What's up, YouTube? Georgia Silver Hunter back, and we've got a little bit of a mixed coin roll hunt in front of us today. Let's get into it. So we just wrapped our March to 2,000 subscriber giveaway live stream the other night, and it was an absolute blast. Thank you for all those that attended. For all of you that won something, congratulations. I'll have that stuff in the mail probably Monday, and hopefully it'll all get there in one piece. This weekend, it was a little crazy. My daughter's got a volleyball tournament, and I was up in Cartersville, Georgia, and I swung by a Wells Fargo. I pretty much asked them for whatever they could give me, and they had $210 in customer wrapped halves. I had 10 rolls of customer wrapped nickels, 10 Loomis rolls of dimes, quarters, and pennies. And the reason you see only one roll of $50 here is I've actually already searched them. I opened up a couple just hoping to find some quick silver and didn't, and I quickly ran through all of them, and it was $210 in clad. So I've already gone through them and rewrapped them, so we won't spend any time on these today. But, that's what happens sometimes when you get customer rolls. Happens when you get bank wrapped rolls. What we do have is nickels, quarters, and pennies we're going to go through, because the other letdown I had once I got home was I looked at these, and they are all the dimes are brand new. Well, the ones you can tell are all brand new 2021 Philadelphia dimes. So with these, I'm going to look on eBay and still see if there's a premium on these, because I know earlier in the year, or really earlier in 2021, you could sell bank wrapped rolls of 2021 dimes for a pretty good premium. If not, these will just go straight back to the bank. So like I said, we will be doing a nickel, quarter, and penny hunt today, and I do have a good mixture of circulated coins to go through. So let's start with the nickels. We'll then go to the quarters and then end with the pennies, because they take the longest. So let's jump into roll number one of these nickels together. I do have a nickel album that I am trying to fill, and I'm always looking for upgrades. I've shown off the book in past videos, and I'm pretty much looking for 30s, 40s, and 50s nickels, and then proofs for any of the later years, really past the, I think it's the 60s or 70s. So that's really what we're looking for, and obviously we're hoping to find lots of war nickels. I haven't found a war nickel in quite some time, so I'm not holding my breath. But let's just go through these on camera, and then, I'll take the other ones off camera and bring you guys in as necessary. And I may just speed this up if we find nothing. There's a buffalo that we will check for the wounded buffalo. Thought that was a little sneaky buffalo right there, but it's not. 65. Oh, look at that. We have a blank, well, I would say it's a blank planchet nickel. That's exactly what that looks like. How about that? I just noticed I don't have one of my lights on. This will probably brighten things up for you. That's pretty cool. I've never found a blank planchet nickel before. That's pretty cool. Another 2005 buffalo we'll take a look at for the wounded buffalo. It's an 83. Pretty beat up. Okay, well, I'll put these under the scope. If I have a wounded buffalo, it's basically a die error that looks like it's got a little spear going through the buffalo. If I find one, I'll bring you in and show you what it looks like. But our first find in the nickels, a blank planchet. I mean, it's got some scratches in it, but that's pretty cool. At least that's what I think it is. Let's weigh it. So a regular nickel, let's turn it to grams. 5 grams. Ooh, 4.4. Maybe that's not a blank planchet. Maybe somebody found something and they're stuffing nickel rolls. I don't know. What do you guys think in the comments down below? Is that a blank planchet or not? Just curious. Well, that was a pretty quick and fast 10 rolls of nickels. We had two 1955s. 1955 is a semi-key date. Unfortunately, when we rolled them over, they were both 1995 Denvers, which those are not semi-key dates. It's the Philadelphia that has the lower mintage. And then I'm not sure this is actually a blank planchet. It is a little bit light. It looks like maybe something that came from the hardware store. But it is about the right diameter. It's just not the right thickness. So I don't believe that is going to be a blank planchet. With that said, we are going to move on to these 10 rolls of Loomis wrapped quarters, and hopefully we can get lucky. Normally it takes us a box just to find a few things. Let's see if we can do it in just 10 rolls. So this was a pretty sad showing for 10 rolls of quarters. That said, maybe not so sad. We did end up with 4 bicentennial quarters, all Philadelphia's. I do sell those by the roll on eBay from time to time, and I think I'm up to, I probably have 7 or 8 rolls, so I probably need to list some soon. And I did find one state quarter error. It's the snow on the roof error. This Homestead quarter has, I think, more DDRs and errors than any of the other state quarters. And snow on the roof is one of them. It's where you get these big die chips. This is a very minor one. Normally, that snow covers almost the whole roof. But let me zoom in real close, and that way you can see it a little bit better. You can see we got a little bit of snow up there, just up on the left-hand side of the roof. Most of the ones I find, it runs all the way up the right side and all the way down the left side. But it's a minor error. I'll probably pitch it back in the bin because I find so many of these. But it was technically a find, so I thought I would show you guys. That said, let's move on to those pennies. So we're going to call this the short hunt today. I've already gone through all 10 rolls, and the surprising thing for me was I actually got 4 wheat pennies out of 10 rolls of pennies, which is actually a lot for me. A lot of times I can do a whole box and only get 4 or 5 or 6 wheat pennies. So to get 4 in 10 rolls was quite nice. We did end up with a couple of 2009. These I think are called the formative years, and I had one 2009 early childhood. None of these can upgrade my book. I know a lot of people hang on to these, but I have some original banked wrap rolls of these. So since they don't go in the book and I don't really need to keep them because I have much nicer ones, I'm going to toss those back in the bin. We did end up with a little cup of copper. The 4 wheat pennies pretty much negate the weight of the cup. So 225 grams of copper and just 10 rolls I think is pretty good. And the other cool thing is we got a pretty oldie here, a 1935 Wheatie. We ended up with a 1946 Wheatie. We got a 1951 D and a 1956. And I believe this 35 and this 51 are both upgrades. Or not even upgrades, they're book fillers. So let me grab my book and we'll take a look. So as you can see here, you can't actually see the whole books, but I only have 3 pennies in this book from 1909 to 1940. So anytime I find anything prior to 1940, I get really excited. And this 1935 is going to go right there. We'll go ahead and punch him in. So now we have 4 wheat pennies in this book. And then let's have a quick look at this 1941 to 1974. And I'll zoom out a little bit just so you guys can get a better appreciation. This book has some coins filled in. All of these coins have come from coin roll hunts. I actually have a whole set of these that I got in a purchased coin collection. So this is what I'm trying to fill from coin roll hunts. And I can tell you last year I hunted a lot of penny boxes that I did not fill. I filled a little bit of it, but most of the coins that are going to end up in here did come from 2022 hunts, or will come from 2022 hunts. So let's see here. I did have a 1951D. That is right up here, and that is a fill. It's not a great one. We got some crud on it, but it's an empty hole to fill. A 1956. 56 I already have, and I don't know if I'd say that's an upgrade. And I've got one more here. It is a 1946. If I come all the way over here, here's my 46, and that is already filled in. So I only had 1, or really 2 book fillers, and I didn't have any upgrades today. So I will take it. So this by no means was a great hunt today, but it's what I got from the bank. I should have a bunch of $half boxes coming in this week, and I would like to try to pick up a full box of quarters, a full box of pennies, and if I can find one, a full box of nickels or dimes. So expect some more content from me over the next, call it 7 to 10 days. I've been really swamped at work, and as I said earlier in the video, I was at a volleyball tournament all weekend, so my ability to get to the bank has been limited, and we had some snafus with $half last week. So hopefully we'll get some more stuff out later this week. Sorry it was a little bit of a bum hunt, but if you did enjoy the video, or if you've watched my past videos and you just haven't hit that subscribe button, consider going down and clicking on it, because you can see I show you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm not trying to hide anything in this. So if you're somebody who's new and you're trying to figure out if it's worth your time, you can follow my channel. I don't just show you the good stuff. I show you the bad stuff too. So go on down there, click that subscribe button and click that little bell and select all so you get notified each and every time I release a new video. While you're down there, smash that like button and leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. So with that said, I hope you're all doing well. You guys take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.